It's not your soap. The real reason you still smell after bathing. Grandma, why do you always have a weird smell? That one innocent question from her granddaughter shattered 70-year-old Helen Turner's heart. She had always lived a clean, tidy life, showering every day, keeping her home spotless. But suddenly, the hugs stopped. The child wrinkled her nose, and Helen cried quietly under the covers, wondering what she had done wrong. The truth is, that old person smell isn't caused by being dirty, it's caused by natural changes in the body, and more often than not, a few small areas we forget to clean. In this video, we'll reveal the real reason some older adults carry a distinct scent, even with regular hygiene, the 7 most commonly missed body areas that quietly cause odor, and simple, gentle habits that can eliminate up to 99% of that smell without harsh products or expensive routines. If you've ever felt self-conscious about your scent, pulled back from hugs, or just want to help your parents or grandparents feel fresh and confident again, then don't miss a second of what's coming next. Area 1. Behind the ear. Have you ever wondered why older people often develop a distinct body odor, even when they shower every day? It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's actually a natural part of aging. But here's something surprising that most people don't realize. 99% of that old person smell can actually disappear just by properly cleaning a few hidden areas of the body. And one of the most overlooked spots? Right behind the ears. Yes, that's right. The area behind your ears is a small, often forgotten part of the body, but it plays a big role in how we smell, especially as we age. As we grow older, our sebaceous glands, the ones that produce oil, tend to work overtime, and areas like behind the ears can easily become a hot spot for oil buildup, sweat, dead skin cells, and bacteria. When not cleaned regularly, this can lead to a subtle but persistent odor that lingers, even after a shower. So what's the solution? It's actually very simple, and anyone can do it. Every day after your shower, just take a warm, damp towel and gently wipe behind your ears. Do this regularly, and about once or twice a week, use a gentle facial cleanser, something mild and non-drying, to clean deeper while still being kind to your skin. It's a small habit that takes less than a minute, but it can make a huge difference in how fresh and confident you feel. Still skeptical? Let me tell you about Mr. Walter, 79 years old. He took a shower daily, yet his family noticed he still had a faint odor around him. It wasn't until his grandson pointed out that he might be missing a spot behind his ears that things began to change. After a few weeks of consistently cleaning that hidden area, the odor disappeared completely. Not only did Mr. Walter feel more refreshed, but he also regained a new sense of confidence and energy. So let me ask you, are there areas of your body that you might be unintentionally neglecting? Could just a few small tweaks to your personal hygiene routine help you feel cleaner, more vibrant, and more in control of your well-being? Especially as we enter our 50s, 60s, and beyond, paying attention to these small things becomes increasingly important, not just for ourselves, but for how we interact with the world. Your body deserves thoughtful care, and sometimes it's the places we forget that need the most attention. And if you have elderly parents or grandparents, this is a gentle, respectful tip you can pass along. Because aging with dignity includes staying fresh, feeling good, and embracing the confidence that comes from self-care. If you found this advice helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical health tips, life lessons, and inspiring guidance for people aged 35 to 70. Your journey to a healthier, happier life starts here. Hit the subscribe button now and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could change your life. Area 2. Back of neck and nape. Have you ever noticed that sometimes, despite showering daily, there's still a lingering body odor that just won't go away? It might not be obvious to you, but those around you, especially in close contact, may notice it immediately. One of the most overlooked areas when it comes to body hygiene is the back of the neck and nape area, a hidden zone where sweat glands, scalp oils, and dead skin cells meet. It's subtle, easy to forget, but can leave a lasting impression. Think about it. This part of your body rarely shows visible dirt. That's why it often escapes our attention. But beneath the surface, it's a perfect storm. Sweat accumulates here, scalp oil runs down, and dead skin collects, especially if you have long hair or wear hats often. When combined, these elements can create a mild yet persistent odor. And as we age, this issue can become more noticeable due to slower skin cell turnover and less active sweat glands. Here's something many people don't realize. The back of your neck is one of the closest areas to another person's nose when hugging. This means even a faint odor from this region can be very noticeable, sometimes even more than you think. As we age, maintaining not just hygiene, but confidence in our physical presence becomes part of preserving our dignity, warmth, and personal pride. But the solution? Incredibly simple. Just take a few seconds each day while showering to gently scrub the back of your neck and nape using your hand, a soft cloth, or sponge. No need for harsh soaps, just warm water and a bit of care will do the job. And if you sweat frequently or have long hair covering your neck, paying extra attention to this spot can make a world of difference in how fresh and confident you feel throughout the day. This isn't just about personal cleanliness. It's about how we respect ourselves and others. As the legendary author Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." So ask yourself, how do you want others to feel when they're close to you? Warm, welcomed, or awkward and distant? Properly caring for this often neglected area can improve your sense of cleanliness and significantly boost your confidence in everyday interactions. This becomes especially important for older adults who are regularly in close contact with family, caregivers, and friends. Something as small as cleaning the back of your neck each day is an act of self-love and a way of showing up fully in every relationship you have. When was the last time you checked your bathing routine and asked yourself, am I truly taking care of my whole body or just the obvious parts? Sometimes the smallest changes can lead to the biggest improvements. And in a world where we're always on the go, taking an extra 30 seconds for yourself isn't just beneficial, it's essential. As Jim Rohn wisely said, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Your body is your lifelong home. Treat it with care, and it will carry you with strength, grace, and dignity into the years ahead. Area 3. Under the breasts and skin folds. Have you ever wondered why, as we get older, body odor becomes more noticeable, even when we shower every day? The truth is, 99% of unpleasant body odor in older adults can disappear simply by properly cleaning certain hidden areas. And one of the most commonly overlooked spots is under the breasts and in skin folds, such as around the belly, buttocks, and underarms. As we age, our skin naturally loses elasticity, leading to more folds and creases. These warm, often covered areas are prime zones for sweat, moisture, and dead skin to accumulate. Add in a lack of airflow, especially under the breasts or around the stomach, and you've got the perfect environment for bacteria, rashes, and even fungal infections to develop. Yet because there's often no visible dirt, these zones are frequently ignored. Let me tell you a real story. Mr. Raymond, 68 years old, thought the strange odor he kept noticing was coming from his shirts. He switched laundry detergents, tried scented sprays, even bought new clothes. Yet the problem persisted. It wasn't until his daughter gently pointed out that he might not be drying himself thoroughly under his belly and around his waistline that things started to change. Once he began patting those areas dry after every shower, using unscented, talc-free, moisture-absorbing powder, and wearing breathable cotton undergarments, the odor completely vanished. More than just physical comfort, he said the change gave him back his sense of confidence, especially when spending time with family or visiting the doctor. So now let me ask you, are there areas of your body that you might be unintentionally neglecting? Have you checked under your arms, beneath your breasts, or around your waist after showering to make sure they're completely dry? These small daily habits, when done right, can be the difference between constant discomfort and feeling fresh and clean all day long. The good news? You don't need expensive products or complicated routines. Just a clean towel, a moment of mindfulness, and a little extra care in the areas that tend to trap moisture. If you're someone who sweats easily or wears tighter-fitting clothes, consider using a light, fragrance-free body powder to keep those spots dry and irritation-free. This isn't just about hygiene, it's about dignity. It's about taking care of the only body you have. As Jim Rohn once said, take care of your body, it's the only place you have to live. And self-respect begins with self-care, even in the places we don't often talk about. And remember the words of the Dalai Lama, love and compassion begin with loving yourself. By taking a few moments each day to care for these delicate areas, you're not only protecting your health, you're honoring your body, your presence, and your relationships with others. If this advice helped you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more life-changing tips, health guidance, and meaningful insights to help you feel confident and stay healthy after 35. Click that subscribe button now because sometimes one small tip can transform the way you live your everyday life. Area 4. Scalp and hairline. Have you ever wondered why some people, as they get older, begin to develop a noticeable body odor, even though they shower and wash regularly? The truth is, many of us unknowingly miss certain key areas during our hygiene routine. And one of the most overlooked spots is the scalp and hairline. It's easy to assume that washing your hair is enough, but here's the surprising truth. Shampooing your hair is not the same as cleaning your scalp. This common misconception often leads to odor issues that seem unexplainable. As we age, our skin changes, oil production becomes uneven, and dead skin cells accumulate faster. When scalp oils, sweat, and dead skin build up without being properly removed, they can produce an unpleasant smell, even shortly after washing your hair. Let me share with you the story of Mr. Raymond, 72 years old. For months, he noticed a strange odor that lingered around his head and assumed it was due to his shampoo. He switched brands multiple times, thinking he needed something stronger or more fragrant, but nothing worked until his daughter observed that he wasn't actually massaging his scalp during his showers. He had only been rubbing the surface of his hair, not getting down to the skin where the real buildup was happening. Once he started using his fingertips, not his nails, to gently massage his scalp during every wash, and made sure to rinse out any styling products thoroughly. Everything changed. Within a few days, the odor was gone. More than that, he felt fresher, cleaner, and more confident. Now let me ask you, when you wash your hair, are you really cleaning your scalp or just your hair? Especially if you use styling products like gel or mousse, or if you sweat a lot during the day, this step is crucial. Ignoring it can lead not only to unpleasant smells, but also to scalp irritation, dandruff, or even hair loss. It's the little things that make a big difference, especially as we grow older. Proper scalp care might seem small, but it's one of those invisible habits that deeply impacts how we feel and how others perceive us. The legendary philosopher Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Taking a few extra seconds to massage your scalp properly is a habit that contributes not only to your hygiene, but also to your overall well-being and confidence. And if you think, "I've been washing my hair the same way for decades, why change now?" Remember, your body is changing. What worked at 30 might not work at 60 or 70. The good news is that you don't need a complete overhaul, just a few mindful tweaks to your routine. So, when was the last time you truly paid attention to your scalp, not just your hair? Are you giving your body the attention it deserves, or are you simply going through the motions? Sometimes the key to living better is not doing more, but doing things more intentionally. Area 5. Navel. Sometimes the most surprising sources of discomfort come from the smallest, most forgotten places. Have you ever noticed a strange odor around your midsection and had no idea where it was coming from? You shower daily, wear clean clothes, and maintain good hygiene. So what's causing it? Here's something that might surprise you. The belly button, that small, quiet spot in the center of your body, can actually be a hidden cause of unpleasant smells if it's not properly cared for. The belly button is often overlooked because it doesn't appear dirty, but it's a natural trap for sweat, dead skin, fabric fibers from clothing, and even old soap residue. These elements build up silently over time, creating a breeding ground for bacteria. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at renewing itself, making it even more important to pay attention to areas like this. The smell may not be obvious at first, but it slowly builds and can affect your confidence, especially in close interactions. Let me share the story of Mr. Gerald, 70 years old, a warm-hearted grandfather who enjoys gardening and daily walks in the park. For months, Gerald was puzzled by an odd odor around his abdomen, even though he was meticulous about hygiene. He tried changing soaps and laundry detergents, but the smell remained. It wasn't until his grandson joked, "Grandpa, have you ever cleaned your belly button?" that it clicked. That night, Gerald gently cleaned his navel using a cotton swab dipped in warm water and mild soap, then made sure to dry it completely afterward. The result? The odor disappeared within a day, and so did his confusion. This simple act transformed not just his hygiene, but his sense of comfort. Are there small areas in your life, just like your belly button, that you might be ignoring because they seem unimportant? Sometimes it's the smallest, quietest places that need the most attention. And the good news is, the solution is incredibly easy. Just take a few seconds during each shower to gently clean inside your navel with a cotton swab and a gentle cleanser. Make sure to dry it afterward to prevent moisture from lingering. Caring for yourself isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. And it's about forming small, consistent habits that preserve your dignity and wellness as you age. As Benjamin Franklin once wisely said, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." Taking a moment to care for even the smallest part of your body can have a big impact on how you feel and how others perceive you. So let me ask you, when was the last time you cleaned your belly button? Could this tiny change in your daily routine be the key to feeling fresher, lighter, and more confident every day? Don't wait for discomfort to remind you. Start today, because in the end, it's not just about staying clean, it's about honoring your body, your presence, and the quality of your life. Area 6, groin and inner thigh area. As we age, our bodies go through subtle yet significant changes, ones that affect not just how we feel, but also how we interact with the world around us. One of the most underestimated issues among older adults is body odor, especially from areas we don't usually talk about openly. One such area is the groin and inner thighs, a sensitive region that, if not cared for properly, can be a hidden source of discomfort and an odor. So why does this area tend to develop a smell even when we shower regularly? The answer lies in the nature of the region itself. The groin area is warm, moist, and located near the body's excretory system. Add to that constant friction from walking or sitting, and you've got the perfect environment for bacteria and sweat to mix, leading to unwanted odors and a lingering feeling of uncleanliness. It's not something to be embarrassed about, it's simply something to be aware of. Thankfully, the solution is both simple and effective. First, make sure to use a gentle, non-irritating soap when washing this area daily. This helps cleanse the skin without stripping away its natural balance. After showering, take the time to thoroughly dry the area using a clean, soft towel. Moisture left behind can quickly lead to bacterial growth. If you live in a hot, humid climate or tend to sweat easily, you might also benefit from using a talc-free, moisture-absorbing powder to keep the area fresh throughout the day. And most importantly, wear breathable cotton underwear that allows air to circulate and prevents excess sweating. Let me share with you the experience of Mr. James, 77 years old. For years, he felt self-conscious about a persistent odor he couldn't quite explain, even though he bathed every day. He assumed it was simply a part of aging. But after a gentle conversation with his physician, he decided to adjust his hygiene routine. He began cleaning and drying the groin area more carefully, switched to cotton underwear, and added a light, talc-free powder to his routine. Within a week, he noticed a remarkable difference. Not only was the odor gone, but he also felt lighter, more refreshed, and more confident when engaging with others. A small change led to a big boost in his quality of life. So now I ask you, When was the last time you truly paid attention to how you care for this part of your body? Are you being as kind and intentional with yourself as you could be? Sometimes it's not about doing more, it's about doing better. The little things you do for yourself, especially as you grow older, matter more than ever. As author Anne Lamott beautifully said, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Maybe all you need is a small pause, a reset, and a bit more care in places that are easy to overlook. Remember, your body has carried you through every stage of life. It deserves your full attention, not just the parts that are visible, but also the quiet, hidden spaces that keep you grounded, balanced, and feeling like yourself. Confidence and well-being begin with mindful self-care. And yes, even something as simple as cleaning and drying your inner thighs properly can make all the difference in how you feel every single day. Area 7. Feet in between toes. Have you ever wondered why, despite showering daily and wearing clean clothes, some people, especially as they age, still experience unpleasant body odor? One of the most overlooked yet odor-prone areas is the feet and the spaces between the toes. While it might sound simple, this region plays a major role in how fresh or uncomfortable we feel throughout the day. In fact, each of your feet contains over 250,000 sweat glands, making them one of the most sweat-prone areas on the entire body. When this sweat gets trapped inside tight shoes or remains stuck between the toes, especially in warm, moist conditions, it creates the perfect environment for bacteria to thrive. And when bacteria meet moisture and dead skin, the result is that strong, sour foot odor that no one wants to deal with, regardless of age or hygiene habits. Let me share the real-life story of Mrs. Linda, 73 years old, a graceful and well-kept woman who always took pride in her appearance. From her stylish wardrobe to her clean home, she was someone who truly cared for herself. But one day she began noticing a strange, unpleasant smell every time she removed her shoes, even though she washed her feet, changed her socks daily, and kept her shoes clean. Frustrated and confused, she brought it up to her physical therapist during a casual visit. With a warm smile, the therapist offered a simple suggestion. I think you should try drying carefully between your toes every time you shower, especially after wearing closed shoes all day. It was something she had never really paid attention to before. Like many of us, she thought rinsing her feet was enough. But after just a few days of adopting this habit, carefully cleaning and drying between each toe, the smell disappeared completely. It wasn't about expensive foot sprays or complicated routines. It was simply about not overlooking the small, hidden places where bacteria love to hide. So let me ask you, are you taking care of the in-between spaces in your body, the areas we can't see, but others might notice more than we think? Whether it's between your toes, behind your ears, or along your hairline, these seemingly minor zones can have a major impact on how fresh you feel and how others perceive you. Especially as we age, our body changes in subtle ways that require us to be more mindful, more intentional, and more compassionate with our care. As the great Leonardo da Vinci once said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Often, the most elegant solutions are the simplest ones, and paying attention to small hygiene details can elevate both your confidence and your comfort. Your body deserves care in every corner, not just the visible ones. And this isn't about vanity, it's about dignity, well-being, and self-respect. If you're someone who's always tried to look and feel your best, don't let hidden habits undermine that effort.